Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and especially Dominic. This was your number 4 speech. You're 4/10 of the way, Mazel Tov. And the purpose of the number 4 speech, as said in the introduction, is to use effective words. And what I liked about your speech was the title. The title immediately got my attention because it was a kind of in-your-face type of thing, because most of us are not from Wisconsin. And so just even hearing the title, you say, wait a minute. Okay, you show me. So right from the beginning, you had an attention getter. The purpose of the number 4 was to use clear language and to also use rhetorical devices and avoid jargon. And I thought that your language was clear and very simple. You did avoid jargon, except where appropriate. There were a couple of places there where you threw it in, but it wasn't so much jargon as just being colloquial. And for a speech like this, colloquial is perfectly fine. I thought that your use of humor throughout was particularly effective. I mean, like the little cheese head and the Packers jersey, and especially when you were talking about how the hunters in Wisconsin constitute a bigger army than France. Again, that was very nice. Now, a couple things that I think you could have improved on. Starting with the whole structure of the speech, this was really more appropriate for a visual aid speech, which is number 7 or 8, I forget exactly what. You had multiple visual aids, not just PowerPoint. You had the cheese head, you had the jersey. So I think that would have been a more effective placement for this. Your opening, I thought, could have been improved with another grabber. Like, again, kind of in your face. You know, you think your state is the best? Well, I'm going to tell you, by the end of this speech, you're going to be convinced that Wisconsin is the best. And what you did is you had something that I'm very familiar with, which I call professorize. And that's when you kind of like that, because professors kind of do this. And what it does is it breaks the connection with the audience. I think that it would have been better to, again, be more in our face, because the whole thing was a lighthearted but informative glorification of Wisconsin. The only glitch I heard in terms of the words you said, something like, they kind of are. Again, the kind of was a little ectopic. Overall, the visual aids were excellent. The PowerPoint was very well done. It was not an eye chart the way we often see. There was one PowerPoint picture or pictures per point, and you move very effectively on them. Again, I would have liked to have seen a little more rhetorical devices. I didn't really hear any of them. Maybe ask a question at the first, or using a simile or a metaphor, like the Green Bay Packers are like the New York Yankees of football. Although I don't think you could have said that with a straight face. But overall, the organization was very good. The conclusion effectively wrapped things up and summarized it, and I very much look forward to the rest of your speeches, Mr. Toastmaster.